इधर commentary हो रही भाई यार.
कितने मारा है? कितने स्कोर मारा है? 196 है भाई. हाँ? कितने मारा है?
भाई इधर आ जाओ.
पाजी पंजाबी कमेंट्री चाहिए स्टार प्लस में ना. स्कोरर हाथ उठाओ. सारा काट है. हाँ पूरी.
हम तो शेड आगू चिट्टा वा. पाजी भाई.
Give me a second. Arjun क्या कर रहा है? Arjun on strike.
We welcome you back to the start of the second innings. Seattle Moose is going to chase 196 runs to win to go into the semis. The two batsmen who are going to start is well-known Arjun and Rahul Singh, and opening the innings from Thunderbolts is going to be Bhuvesh Sharma. Bhuvesh is starting from the road end. Bhuvesh is an in-swing bowler, in cutters, so should be good for facing a lefty like Arjun Tyagarajan. Here we go. First ball, well defended by Arjun, looking for a cheeky single. Down to mid-off. Welcome you back to the live feed of Thunderbolts Cricket Club versus Seattle Moose. It's the first quarterfinals from San Jose Joseph George Middle School. Thunderbolts CC were able to manage to put up 195 runs for the fall of 7 wickets in the allotted 20 overs, and Seattle had just started the innings. First ball bowled and a good single by Arjun Tyagarajan. Rahul Singh is on strike now, facing Bhuvesh from the road end. I would also like to take this opportunity and to invite everybody to come to this great evening of meet and greet with Mohammad Asif. Good bowling by Bhuvesh, good line, right outside the off stump, ball turning away a little bit from the batsman. Batsman looking at the ball and leaving it pretty well. Well left. So to continue with the message, we have an evening of meet and greet with the great Pakistani international cricketer Mohammad Asif, which is hosted by Milpira's Cricket Club and Academy, happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Sean, which is at 2007 Stevens Creek Boulevard, Cupertino. Please go to the Shaheed Bhagat Singh website or to the Facebook page and look at the details for this great evening to meet one of the greats, Mohammad Asif of Pakistan, great international bowler. That was the white ball by Bhuvesh, giving some exercise to the umpires to stretch their arms. Bhuvesh running in. Full ball, driven to short off, looking for run out. No chance. Easy single for Rahul. Arjun back on strike. Arjun Tyagarajan, and he's a big time player, great batsman. He's well known in the Bay Area for his great technique and great batting and great hitting skills as well. Bhuvesh running in. Full ball, edge, down to the third man boundary over the slips, and looking like it's going to be a boundary here for Arjun. First boundary of the innings. The game after this is going to be Unpredictable CC versus California Eagles. That will be the second quarterfinals at Joseph George. We welcome you to come to the ground and enjoy the game over here, and food and drinks. Bhuvesh running in. Short ball. Arjun tried to pull it. Ball fielded as short mid. Good soccer skills by Rajpati. He managed to keep the scoring only to 1. It's a right-hand, left-hand combination for Seattle, giving some trouble to Thunderbolts. They have to switch some fielders around. Bowler has to keep his line tidy. I think he has struck a good length, but with the right-lefty combination, he has to keep changing his line. Full ball flicked down to the fine leg boundary, and it should be an easy 4 for Rahul. That was a great chip shot, as what we call in golf. A great chip shot. He just had to get the bat on the ball and flick it behind the leg side umpire. At the end of the first over, the score reads 12 runs. It's a good start for Seattle Moose.
ये लाइव जा रहा है क्या? लिंक है.
12 runs at the end of the first over.
12 आ गए. अभी खेलेंगे ना. 8 एक वाइट 3 सिंगल. आप बैठ गए आप? नहीं.
Govind Kohli, who's the captain of Thunderbolts CC, is actually keeping the stumps today.
Yeah, got it.
Yesterday they were playing Snehal, who's an opening batsman and a wicket keeper. Today he's unavailable, so Govind took up the duties of being the skipper and also the wicket keeper. Directing his fielders. Coming from the other end is Rizwan. Driven down to the long off by Arjun. Ball's traveling pretty quick. Fielder able to pull the ball back for a bit, and it's an easy 3 for Arjun. That was a good cover drive. Rahul is back on strike. So Rizwan Mirza is the other bowler who is starting from the school end. The field looks like we have a backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off, long off, square leg, mid wicket, deep mid wicket, and a short fine leg. Rizwan running in for Rahul. Full ball, chipped in the air, and catch taken by Nikunj. The ball was chipped in the air to mid off. It was an easy catch for Nikunj. And we had the first wicket down for Seattle. Great in-swinging ball, almost a Yorker length from Rizwan. The batsman was trying to flick the ball down to square leg again, but he managed to get an edge on it, and the ball flew down to the mid-off area where Nikunj took an easy catch. First wicket down for Seattle at the score of 15. Thunderbolts are looking very disciplined right now. They got the first blood.
New batsman.
New batsman coming in. Manu Jacob. Batsman managed to exchange at the crease, and Arjun is back on strike.
Good job, Rizwan.
The key for Seattle to win is to have Arjun play as much as possible. Pretty much till the end of the 20th over. Rizwan running in, down the leg, wide ball. Govind managed to collect the ball pretty well, but it was a freebie for Arjun to have a crack at it, but he failed to put the bat on it. No one down on the fine leg boundary, so if it had the bat on it, it would have gone for an easy boundary or a 6 probably, but it's still a wide, an extra ball. There is one has the ball. Arjun looking good right now. Full ball, and down to the fine leg boundary again, where Raj tried to put the hand out, but it was too fast and too wide for him to even attempt a catch. Again, Rizwan is bowling to Arjun's strength, which is down the leg side towards the square leg and fine leg boundary. They're feeding him those balls right now to get his eye in. I think Thunderbolts should maybe take a step back and relax and see where they want to bowl to him. Like I said, again, the key for Seattle to chase this down is for Arjun to play as many balls and be there until the 20th over. If he manages to do that, the game should be very, very close. It could go either way. It would be just a coin flip in order to decide who should be the winner here. But if Thunderbolts gets him, you get half the side out. He's the key batsman. Rizwan running in again. Full ball. Arjun had a swing at it. Down to the long on boundary. One bounce. I'm sorry, it's actually a 6. Arjun managed to hit it pretty well for a 6. Again, it was a full ball right underneath the bat for Arjun to have a good swing at it. He middled it, and it went to the long on boundary for a great 6. Thunderbolts need to learn from the mistakes of where to pitch the ball, where to land the ball in order to beat Arjun's swing. You have very little time to adapt to the line and length the ball needs to bowl. You have very little time. So you need to learn, and you need to learn very quick. Again, down the leg side, white ball. Rizwan is not learning from his mistakes. He's targeting his legs. No one in the deep on the fine leg boundary or the square leg boundary. 2 men out are a deep sweeper and a long on. Third man was brought up, and long on was pushed back right after the 6. Full toss again. Arjun managed to chip it. Shiraz going for the ball. Looking like an easy 3. Not so much. Shiraz has a pretty good arm, and Arjun wanted to give the strike to the new batsman for the next over.
28 into.
Score reads as 28 runs for the fall of 1 wicket in 2 overs. That's a pretty healthy run rate that they're going on right now. Bhuvesh looks like he's going to come for the second over as well. Maybe he's going to learn from his mistake in the first over on where to bowl, especially to the new batsman. If they can keep one end tight, maybe they can put the pressure on the longer end, the school end. If they can only keep the run rate of maybe 6 to 8 runs from the short end, they can manage to give about 8 to 10 runs from the short end as well to keep the run rate in check. The key would be Arjun. Manu is on strike, facing Bhuvesh. On the legs, down the leg, looks like. It was a short appeal for an LBW, but pretty much everybody realized that the ball was going down the leg. So not much of a real appeal. One of the keys over here to bowl at George is the variations. from the fast bowlers, because most of the fast bowlers, they will come from the short end, so they need to have some sort of variations to bring the slow ball into the play so that the batsman doesn't get that pace to hit the ball out of the park. Great ball again by Bhuvesh. Batsman tried to cut it. Wanted down to the third man area, but he missed it. It's pretty close to the outside edge. Again, half an appeal. Full ball again, well played. Good defensive shot, looking for a run out. I think the batsman was in trouble. If the ball had hit. Fielder was Arjun, who's pretty quick in the infield, and he had a shy at the stumps and he narrowly missed it. I think the batsman was out. They managed to take a single, so Arjun is back on strike facing Bhuvesh. The target is 196 runs.
What's the score? Jesse.
29.
39.
29.
29. Indoor.
It's been a good over so far.
2.3.
Great shot by Arjun. Pulled the ball to the mid-wicket boundary where Venki was able to field the ball, keeping the score only to 2 runs. It was a short length ball that Arjun managed to pull, but they had a fielder there at deep mid-wicket, almost a call corner, to not to give any free boundaries. Short ball again, and Arjun missed it. Pretty close to the stumps as well, or could have been an inside edge onto the stumps. Arjun has to be really careful in playing his shots to see what ball he can pull and what ball he cannot pull, or he shouldn't pull. The ball tends to stay a little bit low from this end, so Arjun has to be really careful in selecting his shots. Full ball again, over the longer fielder for an easy boundary. They're feeding him the same ball again and again.
Over. 35 for 1.
And Arjun manages to finish the over with a boundary, the score of 35 for 1 in 3 overs. They're still keeping a healthy run rate. Looks like Rizwan is going to continue from the school end. Manu is on strike. I think the job for Manu right now is to get his eyes in and rotate the strike and give as much strike as possible to Arjun. Great shot by Manu. Short ball that he pulled down to the square leg boundary, and he managed to get a 4. Banky ran in pretty hard to stop the ball, but he could not manage it. The ball was pretty fast. The output is lightning fast over here. Looks like Manu's getting his eyes in right now to strike the ball pretty well. That was a good start to the over. He got the boundary on the first ball, so the next 5 balls are going to be key for Thunderbolts to not to get more than 10-12 runs. Full ball again. Managed to get a single down to the gully. Anshul was not able to collect the ball cleanly, and he fumbled it, where it resulted in an easy single for Arjun.
How you guys playing with this?
No, we would have played if Rudy would have.
So Rudy tell you he's not playing?
No.
Okay, so how you know Rudy's not playing?
We got to know.
So, nah man, you guys don't know. Hey, Rudy pass it, Ellie. I was supposed to go, but I said, no, I'm not putting my name in the job. IPL tournament?
Oh, the net?
Yeah, so you get bought. I didn't put my name in the job because I already put my name in. So I was like, but they were,
We're still in power play, so we can only have 2 fielders outside. I think a deep mid wicket is outside and a long on.
yeah.
Down to the covers, looking for a single. Direct hit, but not there. Again, Arjun manages to take an easy single.
Yeah, bro.
If he doesn't get a boundary, he likes to get the single and keep the rotation on the strikes and keep the scoreboard ticking here.
Parking is a problem.
He's a smart batsman.
I want to go and get something to eat, but I hope I get parking when I come back.
Good T20 player.
There, but the thing is, when I come back, I know you're gonna win for.
Let's see what Manu can do over here. Full ball. Managed to go to the gully. Anshul misses it. Still a single. Anshul is not keeping eyes on the ball. He's hurrying too much to get onto the ball and throw it back to the keeper to produce a run out, but I think the key is to get the ball first.
No, you can stay. It's fine. You're fine. No, you're fine. Your name was registered with us. You're fine. I already played. I don't know what can. I don't catch what.
Driven through the cover. Should be an easy boundary for Arjun Tyagarajan again. The ball was spinning down to the extra cover boundary and he managed to get another boundary over here in this over. So again, they're pitching the ball in his zone right now and he's been able to put the boundaries with ease. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Maybe Thunderbolts should slow the game down a little bit and bring a couple of spinners in the power play overs and see what they can do with that. Batsman would like to go after the spinners in the power play overs with only 2 fielders outside, so that should be a good gamble. Rizwan running in. Full ball again. Arjun flicked it down to the fine leg boundary, and it's an easy 4 again.
6. Everybody signaling 6.
Umpire signaling a 4, and Seattle was asking for a 6, but I think umpires are calling it a 4.
Everybody giving 6. It's a 6.
Umpires are giving it a 4. It's confirmed right now. 50. Score reads 50 runs for the follow 1 wicket in 4 overs. Looks like Govind has decided to bring on some spin from the short end, the road end, which is. And it will be a great gamble if they can pull off a wicket or 2 over here. As I mentioned before, batsmen would like to take charge to spin bowling, especially within the power play overs and at George, which has a short end from the road end. The boundary is about 60 yards, maybe less than 60 yards, probably 50 yards over here. And once you get the bat on the ball, you can easily clear the boundary for a 6. The wind is also blowing a little bit, so it should help the batsman to clear the boundary. Bowler is Arshdeep, who's coming left arm round the wicket. He is also a very smart bowler, an uncanny bowler. So he should know exactly where to bowl, how to bowl, what line length he should be bowling in order to get the batsman. Maybe leverage the batsman to have a big swing at it and get caught on the boundary, maybe a mid wicket or a long on. 2 people who are out right now are long on and long off. Anshul and Bhuvesh are patrolling the boundary, the straight boundary, so he's probably looking to go down the ground. So the line should be on the stumps and the length should be full because he has long on and long off out, so it's pretty straight, so I'm imagining the length should be pretty full and straight. Full ball, driven to covers. Misfielded yet again. This time the fielder was Vicky. He didn't manage to collect the ball in the first go and throw it back to Arshdeep. Resulted in an easy single again. Again, you have to keep your eyes on the ball all the time to collect the ball and throw it back to the bowler or to the keeper. But the first and foremost thing should be to keep the eyes on the ball, to collect it cleanly and throw it back. It's a trick that Thunderbolts fielders are missing right now. Fielders who are inside 30 yards. Arjun back on strike. Arshdeep is going to change his side and he's going to come left arm over the wicket, target the stumps, so Arjun can go for a big hoik. Here goes Arshi. Full ball. Down to the ground. Long off was not able to manage to stop the boundary. Right over the bowler's head. Arjun is timing the ball pretty well over here. It was again a full ball, a little bit outside off stump, and Arjun managed to hit the ball over bowler's head for a straight boundary. Over keeper's head, Arjun had a big sweep at it. He managed to edge it and over keeper's head just for a single. Big sweep shot, down to the square leg boundary and it's for a 6. Looks like Manu has his eyes set now. Down on one knee, he swept the ball pretty hard and it resulted in a 6. So Arshdeep is going for a few runs over here in the power play. Like I said, it was a gamble. It sometimes pays off and sometimes it doesn't. Looks like Seattle is taking full advantage of the restrictions right now. Arshdeep running in. Full ball again and he's got the middle stump. Looks like Arshdeep was able to york the batsman. Middle stump uprooted. And the gamble paid off. Good switch by Arshdeep. Instead of going for a length ball, he actually went for a full Yorker length ball. The bat was not down in time and the middle stump got uprooted. Excuse me if you hear a little bit of distortion. There's a strong breeze going across the ground right now. I will try my best to speak as loud as possible, but my voice could be muddled a little bit. Good wind going on right now through the ground. It's coming from west to east. Arshdeep running into the new batsman. Outside off, driven to the short cover. It's a dot ball and the over ended with a score of 62 for the loss of 2 wickets in 5 overs. One more over for the power play. 62. Arjun would like to maximize this over before the restrictions is over and you can have 5 people outside, 5 fielders outside. This should be the over that Arjun wants to take the score to about 75.
196 marking board scratch.
bowler coming from the school end is Shiraz Power. He's also a left-arm spin. Batsman on strike is Arjun Tyagarajan, so a lefty to a lefty should be a good competition right here, should be a good contest. Great cut shot, right between the point and the cover fielder. Looking for a 3 here. Should be easy. The fielder doesn't have a great arm, so it's a 1 bounce throw. And Arjun managed to get 3 runs off this ball. Batsman on strike is Deepak, right-handed batsman, so Shiraz is channeling his fielders. 2 fielders out right now that I can see is a long on and a deep mid, almost a cow corner. Shiraz is coming around the wicket. Down to the leg side, looking for an easy single. Arjun back on strike. Arjun charging over the bowler's head. Messy fielding by the long off fielder. He tried to stop the ball with his foot. As a result, he gave an extra run. Extra couple of runs actually. So Arjun again got a triple and is off the strike right now. So 8 or so runs are already scored in this over right now. Another boundary over here would be a bonus for Seattle. Deepak on strike. Short ball, flicked it down to the cow corner. Venki managed to get the ball, but he actually slipped it through his hands down to the boundary. Sort of a bad fielding effort by Venki over there. He should have known that the ball is going to turn. He should have had his body behind the ball and to stop the boundary, but ended up giving the boundary itself. Should have been just a couple of runs. Fielders have to be very, very careful about the bounce and the spins and the turns when the ball lands in the outfield. Full ball, lofted down to the long on boundary. Fielder managed to get a hand on it, keeping the score only for 2 runs. Again, a big over for the Seattle team. Very healthy run rate right now. Arjun is looking for a partner that he can build on. If we get a 50-60 odd run partnership, 70 odd run partnership, and take it till the end where he can stay and he can score the winning runs. The key for Thunderbolts is to get Arjun out, break the partnership here, get into the middle order and the lower middle order. Spin should be the key here. I think the faster the ball comes, the faster the ball goes. Especially in T20, a good spin combo here would be very crucial for Thunderbolts to stop this run flow from Seattle. Restrictions are over, so we have 5 fielders outside now. Archie bowling again, driven down to the long off. Bhuvesh managed to stop the ball without a fumble and resulted only in a single. Me.
Oh, my bad. I think you're looking at me, my bad.
Arjun is on strike facing Archie. Full ball. Should be a catch by Vicky, but no. Too far and too wide for Vicky to cover the ground and take the ball, catch the ball, resulting in another boundary by Arjun Tyagarajan on the bowling of Archie. And that raises Arjun's 50 right here. Well played. Very well played by Arjun Tyagarajan here. Leading it from the front. 19 ball 50. One of the fastest 50s of the tournament. Full ball again, stepping out, down the ground, and a catch dropped by Arjun, resulting in a 6. The ball popped over the boundary. It was a good effort made by the fielder Anshul. He managed to cover the boundary and get to the ball, but the ball just popped out. It was hit too hard. The ball just popped out of the hands and went over the boundary for a 6. It was a gamble which almost paid off for Thunderbolts. A slog again by Arjun, going to the mid-wicket boundary, looking for a double here. Should have get it easily.
Keep batting, that's long.
Seattle is on charge right now. Thunderbolts is under pressure. They need to stop the run flow here. Seattle looking good. Already 10 plus runs scored in this over. Full ball again. Up his shot, down to the covers. And again another boundary by Arjun. Down to the extra cover. Thunderbolts is missing a couple of tricks here on where to bowl and where to place the fielders. And Arjun is capitalizing it on full. Making full use of it. A little short ball, Arjun managed to pull the ball a little bit down to the square leg boundary. The ball's running away and another boundary. Here we go. Another boundary here, fellas.
97.
Wow, that was a big over. That was a big over for Seattle. 21 runs came off that over. 21 runs. Right after the power play, the big over. 21 runs came. Where you could manage to keep 5 fielders outside. Thunderbolts only had 4 fielders outside, and they managed to give 21 runs off this over. Wow. Arjun Tyagarajan is putting the pedal to the metal.
97. 97.
He's looking to get into the top gear pretty soon. I still don't think this is the top gear for Arjun right now. He has mistimed a couple of shots to get the boundaries off of Archie's over, but he can go even higher. I think he can take this game away from Thunderbolts' grips. Deepak should be just giving a supporting cast to Arjun right now. Arjun is in free-flowing form right now, so he should be looking to to get the singles and the doubles and an occasional three or an occasional boundary here for a bat ball, but I think his role is to be the supporting cast for Arjun. They're already 97 runs off of 7 overs, so they're going at a very healthy run rate. Shiraz back on bowling from the school end. Deepak is on strike. Short ball again. Deepak tried to cut it, but no, he managed only to get the ball onto the long on side. Arjun looking for a double. Very fit cricketer Arjun is. He converts those singles into doubles and doubles into triples. And of course his big hitting ability to hit the ball down to the boundary and for sixes as well. So very smart cricketer, very fit cricketer. Full ball, down to long on again. Mid wicket tried to cut it off, keeping it only for a single. Good backing up by Archie. 100 up for Seattle. 96 more to go. 96 runs more needed. This is the 8th over going on right now, so 96 more in about 12 overs. The game could change on its head if Thunderbolts can get Arjun out. If Thunderbolts can get Arjun to make an error here, an error in judgment or an error in choosing the right ball to hit, and Thunderbolt manages to get the wicket of Arjun, the game can change on its head. The next 5 overs are the key for Thunderbolts to stop this run flow and get Arjun out. Arjun is running away with this game right now in his current form and his current hitting form right now, which I should cut ball and a catch dropped on point. It was a sitter dropped by Bhuvesh. Second catch dropped by Thunderbolts of Arjun. Again a key moment which was produced and Thunderbolts did not manage to grab it. It was a cut shot, it was hit pretty hard, but it was straight to the fielder on his chest height and Bhuvesh managed to pop it out. Short ball again, dribble to the covers and looking for a single. Easily done. That was a big moment in this over. Point fielder Bhuvesh dropping Arjun's catch. Manu on strike. I'm sorry, Deepak is on strike. Lofted ball in the air to long on fielder. And long on took an excellent catch. I think fielder is Vicky and he took an excellent running catch, running to his right. Keeping the eyes on the ball and having soft hands. Managed to grab the ball pretty well and took an excellent catch. Well, Thunderbolts managed to get Deepak out instead of Arjun, but the key is still with Arjun. Again, you're watching the live feed of Shaheed Bhagat Singh 2018 edition tournament held in San Jose, California. It's a beautiful Sunday.
One more ball.
The temperature should be right about 75 degrees here with a slight breeze. And we have a quarterfinal one going on right now between Seattle Blues chasing 196 runs to defeat Thunderbolts Cricket Club and go into the semis. We have a great game on hands right now, and the next one is going to be Unpredictables CC versus California Eagles. Arjun back on strike, cut shot, down to third man and point. Rajpati chasing the ball. Rajpati is a great right arm swing bowler, but he doesn't have much of a throwing arm right now. but batsman ran for easy 2.
103.
And the score is 103 for 3.
I saw your name on the team sheet, dude. Are you playing or commentating? Okay. By Thunderbolts?
No, I left Thunderbolts to play with Unpredictables.
And they rested you today.
I played yesterday, but they rested me today for spinners. Yeah.
Rocky Baji, how are you? Hey, how you doing?
New bowler Anshul coming from the road end. And the new batsman coming in is Abir Chipa.
थोड़ा बहुत भाई के बारे में बताइए जाए।
क्या बताऊँ कि लुई विटन वाला कीपर है तो 4% टैक्स पर निकालने में कुछ तोड़ नहीं जाओ तो आओ जाओ
भी बोली जाए मैं नहीं जहाँ मैं ठहरा था वो सड़क है वो आगे
सड़क है आगे चल लाइफ
हाँ वो वाले दिन
गोरियाँ बोलते हैं ball driven onto the short, driven onto the long off. One run. Arjun back on strike. Restrictions are over, so you can have 5 people outside. Looks like the captain and the bowler are having some issues in selecting where they should have those 5 fielders outside. For Arjun, they have a deep extra cover, a long off, a long on, deep mid wicket, and a deep third man. Or backward point, cover, short mid and a square leg. Full ball by Anshul, Chinese cut down to the fine leg boundary, fine leg, square leg, easy double. They can actually make it into a 3, easy triple actually. Chinese cut down to the fine leg. Short ball pulled down to the square leg for an easy boundary. It was a short ball waiting to be hit. Thunderbolts is giving easy balls over here for batsmen to get their eye in and score a boundary as well. They need to have some dot balls over here and keep the pressure on Seattle to go for the big shots. And once the ball is in the air, the next thing Thunderbolts need to do is to catch the ball. They drop the sitter off of Arjun's bat. Full ball outside off, down to covers. Easy double for Arjun again. He's pretty good at making ones into twos and twos into threes. Fitness is the key here, fellas. Fitness is the key for T20. All the power hitting, all the six hitting, and all the boundary hittings is useless if you don't have fitness to carry it for 20 overs. And Arjun is a prime example of that fitness, where you convert those runs into doubles and triples, and you hit the occasional boundaries as well. Slow ball, down to long on, and it's over the head of the fielders for a great six. Batsman use the wind, hit the last ball over the long on fielder, into the trees, onto the cage, for an easy 6 runs here. It was a length ball. Batsman got underneath it pretty quick. Used the wind, resulting in 6. Scoring at a brisk rate is Seattle. Full ball again, down to leg. Short appeal by the bowler and the keeper, but umpire said down the leg. SC overdone.
119.
How many overs?
119.
Over.
9 overs.
Score reads at 119 runs for the fall of 4 wickets. End of 9 overs. You're watching the live feed of Shaheed Bhagat Singh 2018 edition, live from San Jose, California. Seattle moves versus Thunderbolts CC. The score is 119 for 3 at the end of 9 overs. Seattle needs 77 runs from 11 overs at 7 runs and over. Very doable. George has a short end from the roadside, and the batsman should target about getting 12 to 15 runs from the overs bowling from this end. Shiraz is bowling right now to Arjun. Sweep shot down to the fine leg boundary. Should be a triple, maybe a 4. Long chase for the fielder coming from the square leg side. Easy triple for Seattle. Easy 3 runs here. Thunderbolts is not able to keep the pressure on, the lid on the scoring. They have bad field placings right now for Arjun. They have fielders in front of the wicket, but they are bowling down the leg side where Arjun can tap it to the fine leg or third man boundary for double, triple, or an easy boundary. Maybe the captain needs to take a little bit more control of the game and direct the fielders and put the fielders at the right areas for the bowler's line and length, and tell the bowler to bowl a certain line and length according to his field, as he's able to see where Arjun is targeting these areas. Abir C sweeping the ball down again to the fine leg. Fielder running from the square leg boundary, managed to keep it only to a double. There's a good cover by the fielder Vicky. Not much of a throwing arm, but he was able to manage to only keep it for a double. My name is AJ Amito Jalwalia, and I welcome you to the live feed of Shaheed Bhagat Singh 2018 edition. Down the ground, an easy single to long off, and I welcome you, and so is the Shaheed Bhagat Singh committee. We welcome you all to come to the ground. There are a couple of quarterfinals going on right now. One is the Joseph George ground in San Jose, and the other one is Clyde Fisher ground in San Jose as well. Please come with your families, with kids. We have food and drinks over here, catering, and great cricket going on. Beautiful day. Shiraz bowling a little bit short, and Arjun managed to pull the ball down to the mid-wicket boundary for an easy single. You're watching the live feed of Thunderbolts CC versus Seattle Moose. Seattle Moose is chasing 196 runs to win and going to the semis. They are at 126 for 3, and this is the 10th over going on right now. The next game is supposed to be between Unpredictable CC led by Santosh Lalsani, and they're going to be playing against California Eagles led by Mohammad Majid. Arjun back on strike. I apologize for a little muddle which you may be able to hear in the microphone, as there's a strong breeze coming from the west to the east. We are live from Joseph George. Arjun driving the ball. Should be an easy double. Ball is down to the long off boundary. I believe Thunderbolts is a little bit off the plot right now in order to stop the run flow from Arjun's bat.
129.
And also giving some easy balls for Abir to settle in
10.
for a couple of boundaries that he had already scored. At the end of 10 overs, the score reads 129 for the fall of 3 wickets. There's a slight delay in the game. I think the skipper Govind Kohli has decided to leave or to give up the keeping. Maybe he's going to bowl and come a couple of overs over here. The new keeper, I believe, is Rizwan, or it may be Nikunj. I'm not sure, but we will get the detailed information in a bit. I believe the keeper is Rizwan. He's not going to bowl his allotted 4 overs. I believe Rizwan has only bowled 1 or 2 overs so far, so I believe he's not going to complete his spell over here. And Govind will be taking over the responsibilities of a bowler, coming from the short end. These will be some of the overs that the Seattle batsmen will be targeting, because it's a short end with the bin. The batsman can actually hit the ball through the line, clear the boundaries, which is like about 50-60 yards. This is a knockout game, so anyone watching live, they should know that whoever wins this game is going to go into the semis, which is going to be played tomorrow, and the loser goes home. It's a good battle going on right now, with Seattle leading 67 from 10 overs at 6.7 runs per over. Very doable for Seattle. The key is Arjun, for him to bat for 20 overs.
नहीं उधर कल हार गए दोनों हाँ जी आज कल का की हाल है बॉल चंगा ताई तो मैं क्रिकेट छाड़ती
How you doing, brother?
हम बड़े हो गए पैसे कितने लग लूँ जावे
Come on.
Okay, buddy, you alright? All right.
Govind getting ready to start a spell. Ball driven down to long on. Long off. Beg your pardon. The ball driven down to long off for a single. Arjun is on strike. I believe Abhi's role is also a supporting role. And look for the occasional bat ball and put it away for the boundary. Govind is channeling his troop right now, his troops, and putting the right people in the right place. If Govind gets the wicket over here, that would be big for Thunderbolts to put a lid on the scoring. Full ball driven down to the long off boundary. Archie fields well and throws the ball back in only for a single. That's a good ploy by Govind to keep the ball full, right up on their toes, so it's only a single and the batsman doesn't get underneath the ball and loft it over the short boundary for a 6. Abir on strike. Full toss. Down to the mid-wicket boundary for an easy 6. That was a freebie given by Thunderbolts, by Govind, the skipper. Full toss on the legs. Hit down to the mid-wicket boundary for an easy 6. That was the freebie that I was talking about, that the batsman should capitalize on. Govind coming in. Full ball cut. Down to the short third fielder for an easy single. Shiraz did well for stopping the turning ball, which was going away from him. Arjun on strike. Down the leg. I believe the pitch of the ball was outside leg stump. Umpire had a big shake of the head, and I believe he had the same reason to tell to go in is to the pitch of the ball was outside leg. It's automatically a not out. Again down the leg side. Should be an easy leg by for Arjun. It's the end of the over. The score reads at 139 for 3. 9 more overs to go. 54 deliveries to go. Seattle needs 57 runs. Again, the game's a cliffhanger right now. Could go either way at the fall of a wicket, mainly Arjun's wicket that they're targeting. It will be a cliffhanger if Arjun gets out at this stage right now, and if Thunderbolts can run through the middle order or the lower middle order and get the tail end.
139. 139 score.
Either ways, it will be an interesting game to follow, interesting game to see.
139 in 11, yeah.
And this is the sort of a tournament where teams from outside the Bay Area and some local Bay Area teams come and play together, and they have really good competitive matches. SBS Shaheed Bhagat Singh tournament, which happens Memorial Day weekend every year. Shiraz coming in. Arjun tries to cut the ball but misses. We apologize for the audio quality right now. There's a strong breeze going through the ground right now. We duly apologize for that. Arjun on strike. Down the leg. Should be a white ball. That was a back on the hand ball from Shiraz. Just a wrong line down the leg, which resulted in a white ball. Arjun just patiently waiting for that bad ball that he can swing at it. Short ball again, cut. And Rajbhai takes a very good low catch. Wow, what a turnaround. I did not think Rajbhai could take that catch, but he managed to put his hands underneath the ball and took it right above the ground. This may change the game on its head. This may be the occasion where Thunderbolts can sneak right back in and take the game away from Seattle's grip. Well played by Arjun Tyagarajan. He scored 80 runs in 36 balls. Well played. Great batting. Who's the new bat?
Saurabh Mitra.
Oh, उसको change नहीं आया अभी तक. New batsman coming to the crease is Saurabh Netrawalkar. Left-arm fast bowler, and also known for his big hits. And this is the game. This is the time for him to do it and to showcase his skills with the bat. Maybe get a couple of balls in the middle of the bat and look for singles and doubles, and maybe then go for big hits. They just lost the wicket, the key wicket of Arjun Tyagarajan, and Shiraz coming in. Down the leg. White ball. Signal by the umpire. Again, thanks to our sponsors and our volunteers and also the umpiring committee to put in the relentless time and effort in managing the games. Shiraz coming in. A drive by Saurabh down to the long off area for a single. Again, I would like to thank all the volunteers and the sponsors and the umpires who put in and stand in during these games and sponsor the tournament and support the tournament to be a successful tournament every year. Without their efforts, this tournament would not be possible. Thank you to Bhagat. Inside edge. Down to the square leg area for an easy single. Thunderbolts is trying to pull things back a little bit. Stop the flow. Keep the pressure on. Stop the boundaries. The key would be a good partnership now. Take it to maybe the last over, needing about 10 runs. That should be a good target for Seattle to look at. Cut to the backward point for a dot. Keeping it tight now, Thunderbolts.
143.
And at the end of 12 overs, the score is 143 for 4.
143. 12-143.
Govind is going to continue from the short end. Full ball. The wind is taking the ball over the long on boundary, and it's a 6. Great shot at the right time. 6 off the first ball means that the next 5 balls could be bonus balls for Seattle. Even if they score 5 singles off of it, or maybe they can convert the singles into doubles and doubles into triples, and it will be a bonus over. As I mentioned before, the batsmen always try to score maximum number of runs off of a spinner from the short end. Full ball again, up in the air, down to the extra cover boundary. Bhuvesh running after it. Managed to put a foot on it, and should be an easy double for Seattle. Bhuvesh covered good ground, and he managed to put a foot on the ball and to stop the boundary. Should be a white ball. Too much outside off stump. Govind probably thought that the batsman was going to step out, so he wanted to bowl the ball a little bit wider. CA Eagles and Unpredictables are loosening up right now. The toss should be pretty much right after the last ball is bowled, or the game is over. Govind coming in. Full toss down to the mid-wicket boundary. Fielder managed to keep it only for a single. That was good effort. It should have been gone out of the park. It was a full toss. Full ball again, driven down to the long on. Archie keeps the ball in check only for a single. Good shot on the cover. Going towards extra cover. Venky's going to cut it off and keep it only for a double. Getting the 6 off the first ball was crucial for Seattle to be under the run rate.
156.
And the singles and doubles
There's one more ball.
are just a bonus on top of that.
It was a wide.
There was also an extra ball bowled. There was a wide by Govind, so here comes the last ball of the over, if it's legal. Full ball, driven down to the longer boundary, and it's a boundary right to the commentary box. Again, hit straight down right over bowler's head, coming down to the commentary box for an easy boundary by Abir. He's looking in good form. He's 41 out of 17 balls, so he's also looking pretty good. He's hitting it pretty well. And he's taking over Arjun left. And we are going to take a quick break.
I'm going to eat something. Yeah, sure. If I'm doing that. 160.